apparently. Hola, bon dia, welcome to this week's Portugal Dreams. We've had quite a hectic week. The weather's breaking now, as you can probably see behind me. We've forecast the next couple of weeks probably rain on and off, so the summer's broke and now we are properly into autumn time. Annie! Ow! Annie! Yeah, so we'll show you what we've been up to this week. Hope you enjoy it.
So the builders have left and all the snagging's finished off. A few bits at the end of the gable, the chimneys, what wanted resealing, and a couple of other bits and bobs. Also they've backfilled most of this at the side of the house. I'm just going back and just tamping it down where it's sunk a little bit. I'm going to continue to do that, but I'm also just trying to level the ground a little bit because they've left it quite big lumps, as you can probably see just in front of the tree and where the grassy bit is. So I'm just trying to scrape it to one side, level it out a little bit. It'll take a lot of doing. I ain't going to do it all in one go and all in one day, but it's one of the jobs I'm doing today. I'm also at some point going to start moving this soil here because this is just going to wash back into the sort of foundations here. I don't know whether you can see, but inside that there is a wall which has probably been built to retain and keep water off before. We will be getting new gutters and things up shortly, so that should keep the water out of that ditch. But yeah, we've got quite a few jobs to do, tidying a lot of this up. They've also laid this stone to compact down. It isn't quite as level as I would have liked. I've filled a few holes up here and there, just levelling, but I haven't got enough to do anymore, so we'll get some more ordered and then I'll get it a little bit leveler. And there's a few patches I need to just do where they've sort of missed. We used a little bit of we used a stone like lintel. I think it was one of the posts actually from the old patio, what was holding that up. So I've used a little bit of that as a retainer. Obviously I can work to that and keep that as a level, but as I say, we need quite a lot more stone to do that, so I'll be doing that in future as well. The other thing I've done is just put a piece of wood, just retain the soil from running onto the patio. I'm eventually going to build a wall along here to join up with the other wall what's there, and I'm also just building a little track through this sand at the moment, because when it rains it washes down, and it was washing along the land and going towards the raised beds over there, past the wheelbarrow and then down the land. I'm going to redirect it so it just goes this way. It always used to go this way until they had all the sand piles here and what have you. So that's what I'm going to do now. Hopefully they'll be back for the cement mixer soon. It's got a broken wire on it, but if they leave it too long I'll claim it. It's like, I need to buy one at some point anyway, so yeah. I don't think they will though. He said he'd be back for it in a day or two, so hopefully he will, and then it's out of the way really. So yeah, this week really is just a bit of tidying up. And Alfie's come out to have a look to see what I'm doing. He loves laying on the patio now, gets there in the sun. Dottie doesn't like the patio too much, likes to have a wander around, so I've got to keep an eye on her. But yeah, Alfie just loves laying in the sun. It's good for his bones. He's quite old and he does get quite stiff. So also what I'm doing this morning is taking some of the soil out of this side garden, as I was saying. It's very stony. A lot of it is what has been dug out of the foundations, where they've put the foundations. So some of the bits that are really stony I'm leaving, but ones with just a little bit of stoning I'm using in the raised bed because it's going to be quite far down. I have saved some other soil which is better quality at the far end of the side garden, so I'm going to use that as on top of this, and then we're going to put compost on as well. So although this looks really stony and horrible, it is going to be quite deep down when we get it, when we top the beds right up. Sorry, I'm losing my balance. We did this on the other beds, and as you've probably seen, we did do quite well with it, so I ain't too worried about it being stony. It's just mainly getting the weeds out as I go around. If I see any, I'm pulling them out, but yeah, most of the stuff I'm using is what the digger's turned over anyway, so there's no weeds, it's just stones and bits and bobs and sort of yeah, poor quality soil really. So yeah, we're going to put that in the bottom and then top up. So this is about 5 barrow loads. As you can see, it don't go far really. I've only just covered the surface near the front here and haven't even got anywhere near the back, so this is why I ain't too worried about the putting the stones and stuff in. It will compact down quite a lot, and then when it's done that, it'll get some better quality soil and then some compost on top mixed in. So yeah, seems to work. So that's about 8 barrow loads in this bin. It's getting far too hot for continuing doing that. I'm having to dig it out the side garden, barrow it round and then dig it out of the barrow to put it in here. So it's a lot of work, especially in this heat, so I'm going to leave it and start again tomorrow morning when it's a bit cooler. In the meantime, I'll find some other little jobs to do. As you can probably see, some of the olives are coming along well. And this looks like it'll be the last melon of the year for us, but we have had quite a lot of them. This bed with the lettuce, onions and broccoli, I think it is, seems to be doing quite well at the moment. We'll keep an eye on them because we lost most of the lettuce and broccoli last year due to some bugs, so yeah, we'll keep an eye on them and make sure we don't get any this year. We are still getting 1 or 2 strawberries, but they're very few and far between now, so we're not picking them for a dessert, we're just pinching them off the bed as we go past. Still 1 or 2 flowers, so we might get a few more. And we're still getting a few tomatoes. Some of them aren't doing so well now, but, mainly because my actual trellis fell down, so they've all sort of piled up on each other, bit of a mess, but we've learnt from that for next year. So we're going to put a light fitting in the bedroom, so I've just dropped the mosquito net down and I'm going to have to take this light fitting off, which is just a dangly bulb really. I can't move it any further, the wiring any further this way, because it'll hit where the hooks are or it'll be really off centre with the room, so we'll see what we can do there. And this is the type of light fitting what we're fitting. It's only like a flush to the ceiling type thing. It's LED, so be cheap to run, although we don't have lights in the bedroom on that long, so yeah, it should be okay. So I'm just going to line this grommet where the wires go through with the hole where the wiring comes through the ceiling, and just square it up. Couple of pencil marks. Whoops, if I can keep hold of my pencil. And that's my holes, marks to drill the holes. Hopefully I can see all them. So I'm just going to take this light fitting down. It looks like the black's the live because that goes to the centre pin of the bulb, and blue's the neutral. So we'll just whisk them out of there.
And you've turned the lights off, haven't you? These.
I've turned the electric off at the fuse, yes.
Just in case anybody comments.
Which they will. Right, so that's them. Now what I'm going to do is just cut them down to all the same length, strip and re-strip them all. So I'm cutting them the same length, even though I know the power's off, the fuse is disconnected. I am cutting all three at the same time, just because, yeah, just because if power was on, it'd short it all, obviously.
And it's not a habit you want to get into,
no, it's
is
not,
it?
that's right. So that's more it, it's the habit. Oop. That's the way it's all stripped. So I'm just pushing the other rod plugs in. And that one was into some really hard concrete, can't get in any further. Yeah. I'm just hoping it'll stay flat enough, if not I'll just slice the end of it off. Yeah, it's in tight so I can't pull it back out. We'll see what we need to do there. So I'm just going to put the wires back through the grommet. And then they just fasten into these little terminals.
Put the light on, that's it.
But what I'm going to do first is just screw the bracket up. It'll just make it easier to work on. Okay. So I've just come to fit these the wires in, and I was looking for the screws. And what you actually do is you just pop these lugs down, and then the wire, if I can see the hole, is just a push fit into it, and that's it, and they're locked in. And then just to make sure, just lock the tabs over, and that's it. Nice and easy, easier than what I thought it was going to be. So I've just been and put the fuse on, just before I put the cover on, check it works okay. Check it's all connected as it should be, and it works, and it does. So we'll just turn it off and put the cover on. Can't actually see to turn the cover up. Put the cover on now.
You can't do it with the cover. Oh, you're leaving it on?
Yeah, I'll leave it on. It's just a matter of turning it to the right position, I think. Just got some bugs on it. And there we go. That's it finished.
Yeah, I don't think you can actually see on the camera, but it's got like little twinkly.
If you come down this way, you might see them twinkly little bits in it.
I can't, so okay. I don't know whether that'll show up on camera. Yeah, so that's that done. Lovely.
So that's the bedroom light done. So the other light fitting we've got to do today is just this 4 little spotlights what were going in the kitchen. So that's just a matter of fitting a little bracket, the wires to it, and then fitting the unit back to the little bracket. And that's to replace this bulb holder and wiring. So I haven't shown you much of this one, but basically it's just get the bracket fastened to the wall, this bracket, the wiring into the little connector blocks, and it's just a matter of pushing that up, screwing it on, 2 screws, and then putting the bolts in. That should be it. So I just got this light fitting up and finished, and the girls made me move it because they wanted the tips of the lamp in a straight line, where I went for the centre bracket being in a line across the room. I think you can see there from the screws, so I've had to move it through about 20-25 degrees. But I must say it does look better in a straight line like that, rather than sort of skew with. So yeah.
Pam's just brought us some alfas, lettuce, and I think they look like cabbage. As you all know, I'm no expert. So we'll get those put in tomorrow. The basil's leaves started to go yellow. I've brought them under the porch near the back door. Brought the basil near the back door. And we're now getting some nice new green shoots. So hopefully we'll be able to keep the basil going a little bit longer, because I just love it with tomato. So this is what I've harvested this morning, mostly tomatoes, and I got 4 green peppers. They seem to be doing a lot better than they did at the beginning of the season. We just got a few strawberries. We've still got a lot of flowers on the strawberry plants, but I don't think they'll all develop now. And then the farmer brought us a lovely big bowl of grapes last night. That's very kind of him. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going to cut all these peppers up and put them in either one of these Ziploc bags. Yes, I think I'll put them in the Ziploc bag. I have been putting them in the old ice cream tubs, but I think they're probably better in the Ziploc. And I'm going to do the same with the tomatoes as well, so that we can use them for sauces throughout the winter. So we've got 2 bags full of tomatoes to go in the freezer. As I say, we'll use them in sauces. I've got a little bowl of strawberries for tea tonight, and I've also done some peppers in one of the Ziploc bags too. And we'll just use those just a few at a time, because we're not all that keen on green peppers. We'll pop them in stews and soups, etc.
So this morning I'm just putting these solar lights up. Debbie wants them up and running, so we'll make this bar look a bit prettier while I get it covered in wood. So I've just cable tied around the metal bars, for want of a better word. So where I put the cable ties, and then I'm just spacing them 5 bulbs and 3 tiles. So as you can see, 1, 2, 3 in a cable tie, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's where my bulb bangs. And it's just simple.
Simple, but it'll look really nice lit up on a night.
Oh, that one's got itself hooked into the wire.
Especially if we can ignore all the junk around the yard still.
5. 1 there. And I've got 5 left. That's just worked out nicely. I did actually sort of check it was going to work somewhere near, but Doesn't always
Yeah.
work out right.
That's great, thank you.
So we've also a couple of stick-on tiles just to tidy the bathroom up with the where I've painted it every time you wash your hands, because they get quite mucky with all the mud and what have you, and the painters
Builders.
and the builders have been they've just splashed all the back, so I think these might just save painting again so soon. I've washed it down this morning, got as much off as possible. I'm just going to stick these on.
Yeah, it's only a temporary, as you know, until we get the house bathroom done.
So I'm hoping we'll just more or less fold them into place, but there is an edge at the top and the bottom which making it a little bit awkward. Yep.
Is that one folded back again?
Yeah, it's folded back again while I've been messing. Oh dear. Just trying to lift the front one up and let go of the back one. So I'm trying to get it somewhere near the middle. It's not that easy. Once I get them up, I'll re-silicone the bottom line just to keep it looking tidier, make it look a bit more like proper tiles. Stop water getting under them.
Well, I think that's more the important one, stop the water getting under them. So otherwise they're just going to lift, aren't they?
Yeah. I don't know whether that's quite level actually. It seems to open up a little bit. We'll see.
It's only a temporary.
Yeah, quite effective actually, but it's more how long they'll stay there, especially the bottom corners, which is why I'm thinking of silicone in. Put a bead of silicone back along there, it'll clean it up and it'll hold the corners down. The rest of the wall doesn't look too bad. Rub on. We'll see if we can get the other one to go right up to it.
They're quite good, they've got quite a nice finish on them actually.
They have, and they actually have a line like a tile grout. Probably doesn't come up very well on the camera.
No. And what were they, €5 or something? Not much, were they?
No, they weren't much. If it works for a temporary, it'd be good. I need to book this up to that one if I can now. This is the awkward bit. Too bad, even if I do say so myself. Nearly got the tile lines right. I just have to snip a bit out the
Light switch.
out for the light switch.
Can't remember where I got these from now.
I think it was Homer.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think it was.
Pull that outer surface off first. This might be Debbie's domain now.
Oh, cutting round there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll just push them in, try not to pull them off as you.
So I'll give you the camera then. Oh dear.
Have I pushed it too close on? If you have, I'll Stanley knife it or whatever.
It's not too bad.
Very difficult when somebody's stuck it too far. That's quite good. I just run around that with a Stanley knife. As good as that.
It's not bad, is it?
No. It's okay. So that's the sort of finished product.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with that.
Just waterproof it and it'll be a bit easier just to wipe down. As I say, I'm going to silicone just a line along the bottom where you can see the
And it's a nice
silicone's
like
been.
plastic coating as well, so it's good.
Yep. Another little job ticked off. So over the last few days I've been pulling some dirt, I wouldn't call it soil, out of this side garden. It's quite a lot of it's what's been dug up out of the foundations. As you can see, it's quite stony. There's quite a lot of other bits and bobs in it. But I'm going to sort of level it off a bit. That's what I've been trying to do. So I'm going to try and bring it, well, if it's not totally level, just it never has been. But if I can bring it somewhere near the top of the foundation line and then somewhere out level across. But one of the things I need to do is find somewhere to get rid of these littler stones like that. I don't want to just keep burying them all. I might rotivate this at some point and bring some of the topsoil back through. But it has got quite a mess as this side garden, so I'm going to try and do something with it. So what I'm doing at the moment is just pulling a lot of the soil from over there near the foundations back into the bits that I've dug out, try and level it a bit that way and obviously tamp it down, but as I say, I need somewhere to put a lot of these stones, so I'm going to start raking a few of them out. What I'll probably do is make a small stone pile. If we don't use them for like paths or anything like that, I'll drop them into foundations or as hardcore when we're doing the barns and things. So yeah, we'll probably be able to use some of it up. Yeah, we'll give it a go anyway and see what we can do. So that's what I'm doing this morning. The other reason why I'm doing this side is it's quite shaded at the moment, so it isn't so hot in the sun. Just trying to get some of this pulled back. There's also some big pieces of concrete. They're going onto the main rubble pile. And again, we'll use that as hardcore at some point, or some of it. Some of it we might pay for taking away if we end up with loads. anything round about that size, I know they're not that big, but I've got a pile of stone over there too. It's really just the littler bits what I'm getting rid of at the moment. Get rid of wire as well, because when it grows and I strimmer it, that will break the strimmer line. Don't really know what we're going to use this side garden for at the moment, so maybe a case of when we decide what we're going to do with it, I'll go over it again and clean some more of it out. The idea is at the moment it slopes that way, and I'm just trying to level it out, especially from that corner when I get there, and bring it further this way, so that any water going down the back of the house, which hopefully we won't get too much when we get gutters up, will travel this way out rather than down the side of the house. So that's about 4 barrow loads. It don't look a great deal better. Probably going to have to spend a couple of days at least doing this. But as you can probably see, the sun's nearly all over the outside garden now, so it's getting too hot for digging and pulling at stones and things. So I'm going to find something else to do. So as you can see, the lady up there sat on the settee.
Sorry, I'm just laughing at Mabel. Yeah, so that's it for this week. Hope you've enjoyed the video and thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.